like a Hellcat.
What is happening, folks? How's everybody doing today? It's Not So Anonymous here, and thanks for tuning into the channel. Now for today's video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going over this December clue thread post. I actually love doing the other one. I spent a lot of time doing the other one, and you guys seem to enjoy it a lot. We got over 4.5 thousand views on that video, which is just absolutely insane. That's my most highest, or just the highest video I've ever gotten. So thank you for all that support on that video and the likes and stuff like that and comments. But we're basically going over once again, and we have some really cool cars I want to talk about in this video. So without further ado, guys, let's go on the video and let's get started. Okay, so it starts out with Clue 1 Car 1 right here, guys. And it says, it is of the past, does not exist in the present, and speaks to the future. So I'm guessing that has to be a reference of Back to the Future. And if you guys know anything about Back to the Future, one of the iconic cars in there was the DeLorean DMC-12, I think. That car is so cool, and it's just really iconic for a Back to the Future fan like me. So it's pretty cool. We can actually maybe get this car inside of this game. I'm also hoping we can get that flux capacitor inside the back of the car. It'd be super cool the way it time travels and everything like that. It'd be so cool looking, and hopefully we can get like a body kit of that kind of sorts in the near future. So it's pretty cool. We can actually get that car maybe inside of this game. It's super cool. I know a lot of people don't like the DeLorean and anything like that, but I still like the DeLorean just because it's so iconic and I love Back to the Future. So without further ado, guys, we'll go on to the second car and let's get started once again. So for car 2, clue 2, it states that Tafasi thought it was a ripoff. Now, if you don't know what that means, I didn't really know what it means at first, but I found out in the comment section of the post. So if you guys want to read up on that, I'll link it down in the description for you guys to look at that post. But basically, this thing says the Tafasi thought it was a ripoff. Now, Tafasi means, I think it is fans in Italian, so that can mean that could be maybe Lamborghini fans or Ferrari fans, but I'm guessing from the comment section of the post that will be Ferrari fans. If the Ferrari fans thought that it was a ripoff, it has to be, I'm guessing, the Pontiac Fiero. That Pontiac Fiero was kind of like a car that many people thought would look like a Ferrari if you're not car guys or car girls of some sort. So that's why I picked car 2, clue 2 to be the Pontiac Fiero, just because it looks like an interesting car and I do want to test it out in Forza Horizon 3. So it'd be pretty cool if we actually get this into Forza Horizon 3 in the near future, about on Tuesday. So we're going to go on to the car 3, clue 3, and let's get started, and we're starting right about now. Okay, so we're moving on to car 3, clue 3, and it states, being trendy can also be exciting. Now, it gives me some good information right here, even though it's pretty small or pretty little to what the sentence is and everything like that. So it says being trendy, that's a big thing for me. Being trendy can also be exciting. Now, the being exciting doesn't really do anything, but being trendy means that you know, a lot of people have been wanting electric cars in the real world, and just like starting from Tesla and everything like that, there's a lot of been some hype around electric cars. And one of the reasons I do think that this car will be electric just because of that being trendy stuff. Also, another reason is this car does have butterfly doors, so you guys can probably get that from my butterfly doors and the electric motor with the 3-cylinder engine. It's pretty much the BMW i8. The BMW i8 is a really cool car. I just can't wait to have this in this game. A lot of people wanting it since Forza 6 and everything like that, so maybe even Forza Horizon 2 when it first came out. So a lot of people have been wanting this car for such a long time, and it'll be a really good time to put it into Forza Horizon 3. So as we hop into the clue 4, car 4 of this clue thread, it states, if it looks like a race car and drives like a race car but doesn't make it a race car. That gives me some good information about what kind of cars we can see in the Forza Horizon 3 in the very near future, guys. So as it says if it looks like a race car and drives like a race car, meaning it will be some sort of like supercar, race car, like a sports car of some sorts. And it says, but doesn't make it a race car. And that probably means, at least I'm inferring, it means that it will be street legal and it'll be like a race car that is street legal. And now I'm thinking that it will be some kind of supercar. But the practical one, I'm going over 3 of them right now, guys. I'll show you 3 pictures of it also. But it says that the practical one is the Zenvo ST1. This car has been leaked for a long time, back in October. Well, we might get this car into Forza Horizon 3, but these are the 2 wishful thinking ones I might want to point out also for the ones I really want to see in the Forza Horizon 3 if this clue 4 does come true. And that would be the P1 GTL and the McLaren P1 GTLM. This car is just crazy fast. It's insane how fast this car is, and it's street legal also. Kind of like a brother of the P1 GTR, so it's pretty cool. We can maybe get this car inside of this game. And the other car I want to see in this game is the Pagani Zonda R. This car, the Zonda R, is just crazy fast. I just love it so much. And the V12 screaming in the back of the car with the exhaust is just godly in my opinion. So I can't wait to have this car in this game in the very near future when it does come out. So with that being said, guys, we're going on to the 5th car. And this was a pretty cool one, pretty funny one. So let's get started. As we jump into car 5, clue 5, it does state something is missing. Yes, that's a clue, guys. Something is missing. Or that does give me some good information about what cars you can see in this game. Now, at first, I was thinking like something is missing means kind of like a windshield, like maybe the Aventador J would be super cool, super awesome, and also maybe the SLR Sterling Moss. You guys know what that looks like. But then I thought, what other thing could be missing inside of a car, or just in a car in general? And one of the biggest ones I thought of, in my opinion, after the windshield one, was a wheel. So yes, we know that we do have like kind of like a Reliant Robin. I think it's called the Reliant Supervan in this game. It was pretty cool. It had like training wheels on the sides of the car as you put a body kit on it. It's absolutely insane. But I'm thinking that it has to be a Polaris slingshot because it is missing one wheel on the back. It has 2 wheels on the front and 1 wheel on the back. It's kind of funny in my opinion, but I do like it a lot. And maybe even more like a 3-wheeler. I don't really know, but it's still pretty awesome that we might get 3-wheeler car inside this game. Maybe even a car without a windshield like the Aventador J or Sterling Moss. So for car 6, clue 6, it also states, guys, that it says representing a period of absolute dominance. So that gives me a lot of good information. I had to say, just because that it says representing a period of absolute dominance means that this car was just dominating through races or maybe through sales of car manufacturers a lot back in the day. So it's pretty cool, and it is. I'm thinking that it will be the Hudson Hornet. Now, the Hudson Hornet is a pretty cool car. It's so beautiful, in my opinion. It just looks classic. It just looks so classic, and it was a really good handling car back in the day, and also was the first car, or first manufacturer. Hudson was the first car manufacturer to get into stock car racing. That's pretty much why it won a lot of the stock car races, and just was a really good car in general. So we're getting into the finale of this last one, and I have to say this one is a pretty good one, so stay tuned for this. So let's get started once again for the last time. So it is the last one for this car pack, or this Clue Thread car pack for you guys today, December 1. And if you guys stayed for this one, I just want to thank you for all the support on this channel. It's been super awesome. But it says for the last clue, car 2 or car 7, clue 7, it says it's both the beginning and the end of this model. That means kind of like it started really soon and it just ended really quickly. So I'm thinking it has to be the Edsel. I don't really know what the model was called, but the Edsel is kind of like a car that was made by Ford, or just the car manufacturer that was made by Ford, kind of like Lincoln from Ford. And I don't think it really looks that bad in my opinion. It's just, it looks kind of cool. I don't like the grill of it whatsoever, but that's really the only reason I don't like it. Maybe the build quality wasn't as good as up to like Cadillac's or maybe even GM's kind of standards, something like that. Maybe even Ford standards, something like that. So I guess that's why they don't have it in this game. But it's pretty unique that they might put this car in this game. That's my little clue for this last one of this clue thread. So this was going to today's video, guys, and hopefully you do enjoy this one. If you do, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. We're at like 116 right now, which is absolutely insane. Maybe even 117 when this video comes up. It's super awesome. We can get to 120 by December 13th, because that's what I did for my last video, was when I asked if you guys could get at least 120 subscribers by the end of, or just the beginning of when the Blizzard Mountain expansion comes out. So if we can do that, that'd be super awesome. But until next time, I'll catch you guys later with my next video. Peace, guys.